Welcome back to part 2 of the cost of living and places to live in Puerto Vallarta. As you notice, the red circle, that's El Centro. And when you see that on a bus, then you know that's where you're going, to the main town of Puerto Vallarta. The streets are cobblestone and it's a beautiful little town, it really is. But it's not so little. Puerto Vallarta has 250,000 plus residents, so it's growing. It's growing. You notice the red line there? That's the places, some popular places that you can find rentals and condos for sale approaching El Centro. And the rents and the cost of the real estate is in accordance with how close it is to town. If you move further up, you get to Marina Vallarta. Now, Marina Vallarta is expensive. However, you can sometimes find affordable small studio apartments within the marina. Nuevo Vallarta is actually in another state, but because it's so close, you can catch a bus right there in front of Walmart, and you can be there within 20-30 minutes. Let's take a look at some pictures. This is the world famous church that you always see in Puerto Vallarta, and the church is basically across the street from the sea and the symbol, the Malecon symbol. Now the picture in the middle is the Malecon, the street. It's a one-way street at this time, and it's a beautiful street because the view is gorgeous. The cars are always going very slow. This is the new Malecon, and in the mornings, early in the mornings, you'll see a lot of expats are out walking early in the morning. That's how they stay fit, and that's how they stay in contact with each other also. Now, if you move across here, you will see the whale, and that's the entrance to Puerto Vallarta Marina. Now, the marina can be expensive, like I said, but the developers here for a lot of the developments got it in their minds that if they built a condominium, a main condominium, and then added a small little studio condominium within that main condominium, that the units would sell faster. And that's true, because what happens is the owner can then rent out the little small unit, or in some cases the owner rents out the larger unit and lives in the smaller unit. And what happens is they can get monthly income from this. So those kinds of condos or apartments sometimes become available at a reasonable monthly rate. And when I say reasonable, I'm saying $500, $600 a month living in the marina. Now below that you will find the area of Nuevo Vallarta, and there is so much going on in the area of building that it's just unbelievable. The only thing that I have to say about Nuevo Vallarta is that it usually becomes alive during peak season. There are so many people there, you just don't know which way to go. And then by pretty much everybody is gone, and it's just really relaxing. So it depends on what you like. Now, we're going on up from Nuevo Vallarta to Bucerias. Bucerias can be expensive, and I'll give you an insight into why and how. Now over here to the far left is Punta de Mita. Now, Punta de Mita is where a lot of movie stars hang out. A lot of movie stars own homes in this area. Bill Gates owned Four Seasons 5-star resort in this area, and it's just a beautiful area. Even the areas that the locals are not allowed into, or me. The beach is beautiful. The visit to Punta de Mita is beautiful. Now, as I said earlier, I always include Sayulita and San Pancho because that's just a part of, that's how I view it. That's not in the Bay of Banderas, but Sayulita is just, once you've gone there, you just shake your head and you just wonder, gosh, it's just beautiful. And the thing that I love about Sayulita, Mexico, is it's right on the Pacific Ocean. So the waves, and there's a lot of surfing going on. It's a world famous surfing destination. the waves are much larger, and they come in threes, and they're huge sometimes, and it's just a different feel than the waves that you see and experience in the Bay of Banderas. Now, San Francisco, when I first arrived, and I don't want to give out my age or how long I've been here, the rents were more than reasonable, but even now, San Francisco, San Pancho, Mexico, the rents are increasing. And as I said before, or maybe I didn't, the rents increase are based upon how close you are to the beach. If you're 2 blocks from the beach, they'll say that in the rental ad, and they want more money because you're only 2 blocks from the beach. Well, like I said, what you do is you just get way out of town and not any of the hot spots, and you look for a place that's a view that is reasonably priced per month. Now, if you look at the picture at the top left, this is the beach area in Bucerias. Now, it doesn't look like much, but what's happening here is you look along the side and you see the walls. All of these are beachfront properties that are behind these walls. And what they each have is a gate or an opening, and they can go right out into the public beach, which nobody can really get to. So it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's still private beach. But they have their swimming pools, these beautiful homes that are located right on the beach in Bucerias, and the homes are I can't say fairly, they are expensive. You can even get up to $1 million, $1.5 million easily in this area. You can also find some affordable homes in Bucerias, but unfortunately they do not have a view of the sea. Now below, this is a guy that's golfing in Punta de Mita. And golfing in Punta de Mita is really important, and there's a lot of it. I'd like to show you this video that I took while in Sayulita.